my banner. Travis Thomas here with the walking, talking, triple-double Ountae Campbell. Here on Hold My Banner, we talk all things Celtics, all things NBA, all things pop culture, all things NBA player drip. We got all the business. Tay, how you doing, my friend?
What's up, 2Ts? I'm feeling real good because the C's got that dub last night, man.
Right?
How do you feel about that win?
I feel great about it. Listen, you and I predicted this. The Cavaliers are I guess a limited offensive team. Is that fair to say? They're very good defensively. They're tough. They're well coached. I like this Cavaliers team.
Yeah.
But outside of Donovan Mitchell, Ountae, we kind of knew, they don't really have a consistent second piece. This is why I don't trust the Knicks either, Tay. If it does end up being Celtics-Knicks, I think it's going to look like Game 1 did too.
Yeah, you're probably right. This Celtics team is just better, honestly. They're just way better, so no question.
All right, let's start there, and we'll bring Ountae back when we do Wicked or Kick It and some other topics. In Wicked or Kick It, we judge NBA player drip, so I'm looking forward to that because I like making fun of people. But I want to start here. I won't make fun of the Cavs, even though, listen, they're a spirited group. Bless their heart. That's what you say when you really know that a team doesn't belong. But, they're here. It looks like they're going to be sacrificial lambs to the Celtics. In the end, the C's came out in Game 1, high energy. Kudos to them for that, because how many times have we seen this team at home, big spots, big moments, come out flat? They didn't do that in Game 1. They came out. They jumped out on top. The energy was there. The sense of urgency was there. They felt the moment, and they delivered. I'll give props to the Cavs here. That's why I said I'm not going to make fun of them here, because they did battle back. They got in the game until they weren't, right? Eventually, the Celtics, too relentless, too deep, too good, too dynamic offensively. Cavaliers are average at best offensively outside of Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell, by the way, another big game for him. It didn't even matter. So, look, my gut for Game 2 says the Cavs will make it closer. I just think they're too solid of a team. They're going to come out and match that Celtics energy in Game 2, I believe. They were hit with a haymaker in Game 1. In Game 2, they'll be ready for it. I think that game will be closer throughout. And then in the end, we know what's going to happen. The Celtics will pull away for everything I said. Too deep, too talented. We know the rest of that story. And we'll see how long this series lasts. But all of us, even without Kristaps Porzingis, feels as though they should be just fine against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we'll see moving forward. But I want to go to Jayson Tatum, who everyone's banging on after Game 1, and he did not have a great Heat series either. Can't let him off the hook for that. But I'm going to defend Jayson Tatum here for two reasons. Number one, look, yes, his scoring is down. He's in a shooting slump. The numbers don't lie about that. No one can deny that. We watch the games. But here's where I'm going to defend him. They're still drubbing teams by 20 points or more. So they beat the hell out of the Heat with Jayson Tatum not scoring well. Game 1 against the Cavs, he was awful, didn't make a three-pointer all night, and they still drubbed him. So the guy's not sulking on the sideline here. This is not a me, I situation with Jayson Tatum. Yes, he's not shooting well. His scoring's down. It hasn't mattered. His team's picking up the slack, whooping up on everyone that's in front of them. And Jayson Tatum is crashing boards. He's getting rebounds. His assist numbers are up. He's helping you. He's playing defense. It's not like he's on the sideline with the towel over his head, pouting, sulking. I'm not getting the ball. You're not hearing. What's he saying after these games? Every time I see him at the podium or with, the walk-off on the court with a sideline reporter, he's giving props to his teammates. That's fantastic. And again, you want to talk numbers, no problem. Scoring down, shooting atrocious, I get it. Rebounds up, assist up. He's helping. He's involved. He's present. I call that leadership. Now, you could say, well, Jaylen Brown's doing everything. Derek White's doing everything. That's why the Celtics are who they are. Everyone on this damn team can score, can give you what you need when you need it. Tatum's not giving you scoring right now. Okay, he's giving you everything else. And he's saying all the right things. He's being a great teammate. I think he's being a great leader. Here's the other reason. I told you I'll give you 2 reasons I'll defend him. Here's the other one. This is a big one. Jayson Tatum's legacy, in the end, is going to be judged by what? You know it. Championships. Moments. Game 7s. Game 6 against the Bucks. I mean, like, you got to have the moments here. When we need you, Jayson Tatum. If we get in a big spot against the Cavs, closeout game, big spot in the Eastern Conference Finals against whoever's, Knicks, Pacers, doesn't matter. Certainly the NBA Finals. Do you show up then? Do you deliver in the moments you must deliver in order to get the banner? Hence the name of the program. In order to get the ring, do you show up then? Think about this and be honest with yourself. Jayson Tatum played like dog crap against the Heat, right? Cool. Game 1 so far against the Cavs, not great. Okay, no problem. If he goes out, has big moments along this path, and the Celtics win the title, and he has a handful of moments where he shows up big games, NBA final stage, plays well, and they get the championship. Do you really think anyone's going to go back and look at the numbers of his title run with the Celtics? No. No one is. No one in history, in his legacy, in his big picture, is going to go back and say, well, you know, against the Heat, he only shot this percentage, and in Game 1 against the Cavs, no one cares. And no one should care, which is why I'm saying I'm not giving him a pass. I'm giving him grace. I'm defending him here. Now, different conversation between you and I. If in the big moments, he's still in this whatever he's in, rough patch, slump, whatever you want to call it, as far as scoring. Remember, all of this, I'm happy with what I'm seeing from him rebounding. I'm happy with what I'm seeing with him distributing the ball. But scoring is his thing, and I get it. That's the standard, right? The standard's the standard. I understand that. If he doesn't show up in the big moments, then I'll back off of this. But for right now, I mean, he's not scoring well, and you're still beating the hell out of people. I'm not going to bang on Jayson Tatum right now. I mean, the streets are saying he's being carried right now, right? The team's carrying him. Great. Cool. You don't think there were nights Scottie Pippen carried Michael Jordan? Of course there was. This is what happens. All that matters, do you show up in the moments? I got to have it. And do you get this title? If you do, all this other stuff goes away. Now, right now, the gambling favorite out in Vegas is a Timberwolves Celtics NBA Finals matchup. And I don't have a problem with that. I have a friend of mine who actually bet on this before the season. He bet on the Timberwolves to win the title. And he thought I was going to make fun of him. I think he got a great number, too, 25-1, something nuts. And he thought I was going to make fun of him. So I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making that bet. But I get it. This is a talented team. I told him, I said, if they live up to their potential, they could get it done. But that's why I'm not betting on them. I had no idea Anthony Edwards was going to grow up before our eyes. I didn't. I missed on that. And I love Anthony Edwards. I'm a big fan. I didn't know he's going to grow up before our eyes. Coming into the season, yes, that team's talented. But I said, you know, Anthony Edwards still has to grow, right? He still has to get some experience, some playoff experience. This guy's taking the league by storm in these playoffs. I didn't know that was going to happen. The other thing I didn't know, big question mark I had with the Timberwolves was, well, Karl-Anthony Towns, can you really depend on him? I mean, I hadn't seen it. It's not a knock on him per se. He hasn't been in the position to be depended on. Even the times he's been in the playoffs with the Timberwolves before now, No one believed the Timberwolves were going anywhere. They weren't holding Karl-Anthony Towns to the same standard of who did I just talk about? Jayson Tatum. No one was holding Karl-Anthony Towns to that kind of standard because the Timberwolves, unlike the Celtics, were not considered real, legitimate championship threats. Well, hell, now they are. I mean, Anthony Edwards grew up right in front of our faces. He's arrived. He's here. He means business. And Karl-Anthony Towns has proven he can be a consistent second option on at least a potential championship team. So now that I'm seeing this, I get it. I understood it before the season started, but now that I'm seeing it with thine eyes, oh, this team is for real. In fact, the Timberwolves are built exactly like the Celtics. Lottery picks, develop them with patience, retain them with the bag. Max contract city, baby. Stay with us. Let's continue to build on this core. And it's working. Again, Anthony Edwards has arrived. He's the real deal. And the biggest shock, that's not a shock to me. The biggest shock to me, and it's not a knock on him because he hadn't been put in this position. Now he is, and he's delivering. It's Karl-Anthony Towns being the Pippen to Jordan, if you will. Everyone's comparing Ant to Jordan, right? Well, Karl-Anthony Towns, in this analogy, is a Scottie Pippen, and he has stepped up. And you know what? He has delivered, and he's been consistent. Karl-Anthony Towns has shocked me in that role. I didn't know. Now, if you're telling me now that he's consistent, he's a number 2 piece on a championship team, now I can embrace that. Now I can understand that. Anthony Edwards spoke about this, gave Cat his flowers, and the importance of him being that secondary option. Take a listen.
Cat, years and years ago when you came into this league as the number 1 pick, you were drafted not only for your offensive talent but for your defense and the promise that everyone thought you had. Does it feel good to be getting back to that and showing your capabilities again and not, just being viewed as the stat stuffer and the big offensive player that you were?
He was never viewed as a stat stuffer or just a. No, I know that. I'm just saying he was never viewed as that. Especially when I got here, I always thought he was a great defensive player. He just had to put his mind to it. And when Finchie got here, man, Finchie put emphasis on, hey, and Cat, if we want to go somewhere, we got to defend. And like he said, that's the head of the snake. And hearing that from him, it pushed Cat, man. And I tell Cat, we need you to defend. Corliss tell Cat, we need you to defend the whole team. And, ever since he been back this whole year, man, since he been at the 4, he been defending his ass off. So he's been playing great, and we hope he continues to do it.
I mean, he's doing it consistently. You have to give him credit where it's due. Now, of course, if we do get a Celtics-Timberwolves finals, I think it'll be exciting. It'll be cool. Feels new blood-ish, even though we've seen the Celtics in the finals before, but certainly Timberwolves. And I think it'll be an exciting series. I think the ratings will be good. The interest will be there. But in the end, experience matters, right? Like, we've seen the Celtics in the finals. Didn't go their way, but they have that experience that they can draw from, they can pull from. The Timberwolves don't have that. So I would say advantage Celtics there. But as I mentioned how the Celtics and the Timberwolves are very, similar in how they were built, right? Lottery picks, developing them, retaining them. I can't help but to think the era of the super team is over. In fact, I want to take you back to earlier this week. Pat Riley, man. He had some pretty strong comments where he's calling guys out. He called out Tyler Hero. He called out Jimmy Butler for their availability or lack thereof for the Heat. And I got to tell you something. He even called out Jimmy Butler. We know all about this around here for that troll job that he did against the Celtics in a series that Jimmy Butler didn't even play. I mean, the Heat messed around, got one win because, they shot the lights out. They will never shoot like that again as a damn franchise. They shot the lights out. They get a win. And then here comes Jimmy Butler out of the shadows, out of the bushes, talking jibber jabber and trolling the Celtics. Yeah, well, Pat Riley didn't like that much either. Take a listen to this.
For him to say that, I thought, is that Jimmy trolling or is that Jimmy serious? If you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut. And your criticism.
Ooh, you should keep your mouth shut. And not a smile was cracked there. Nothing. I mean, he was deadpan because he was dead serious. And my guess is Pat Riley feels what I just said. He knows the era of the super team's over. I mean, Miami's tried to get stars there. That's already happened. That's old news. Yesterday's paper. They tried to get Bradley Beal. They tried to get hell, Dame Lillard said, please, I want to be a member of the Miami Heat. Come and get me. They couldn't get it done. So I just think when you hear those comments from Pat Riley, and you couple it with he sees what the Celtics and the Timberwolves are doing right now, and we just talked about it. Built from the draft, retaining players, developing players, patience. This stuff takes time. It takes time, man. And you lose. Celtics lost on a big stage. They've lost Eastern Conference Finals. They've lost NBA Finals. Timberwolves have lost playoff series. It takes time. And Pat Riley, at his advanced age, this stage of his career, I think you're seeing the frustration. You play that sound, you can hear it. You can see it. He's not smiling. He's not laughing. He was dead serious. Keep your mouth shut, Jimmy. I think Pat feels that pressure because he knows, okay, I've built a super team here before. He's done it a few times, right? He tried to do it again in recent years, and it didn't work. And now he's looking, and you know what? He'll probably keep Jimmy Butler. I'm sure he'll get paid. He'll retain him, but Pat knows, man. I'm going to have to blow this thing up. Tip of the cap to the Celtics for ending the Heat era as we know it. I believe now they're going to have to rebuild, even around Jimmy. And Pat Riley knows he doesn't have time like that. And he's frustrated, and he's lashing out. And with that, let's bring him back in. Ountae Campbell, walking, talking, triple-double, balled out at both Fresno State and UTEP. Division I status. He's humble, so he won't tell you, but I'll tell you. Dunking all over people. So we'll bring him in for Wicked or Kick It. But before we do that, where we judge NBA players' drip, I mean, you heard I went all over the place there. Celtics, Timberwolves, Pat Riley. Your takeaways on my opening rant to begin this program, my friend.
Yeah, it was beautifully said, honestly.
Thank you.
I really want to talk about the Pat Riley thing. He's a winner, so he's going to continue to learn how to win. I think you're right. This version of the Heat is over. It probably should have been over a couple of years ago. But they had those late runs in the playoffs that we all weren't expecting, so they let it run for a little bit.
Right.
I think some of these teams in the playoffs right now who probably shouldn't be there, a.k.a. the Pacers, are also going to be in that situation where they let this team run for a little bit longer than they should.
Yeah.
But Pat's going to figure it out. I love him just challenging his guys because that's his way. And with the way that the NBA is changing, Pat's always changed from Lakerland to the Heat.
Yeah.
How he's been with both teams.
He's pivoted.
So he's going to be able to pivot again. So I'm excited to see that. But all right, let's switch it over to Wicked or Kick It.
All right.
First, we got Ben Simmons fit from the Met Gala.
Oh, God.
The other night. What do you think about this fit?
Well, I mean, there's so much that the jokes write themselves here. You know damn well I'm going to kick it.
You always kick it.
I mean, listen, let's take this full because so the theme of the Met Gala was a place in time or something, or a garden in time or something stupid like that, right? Yeah. Well, the clock on that briefcase jumps out to me because Ben Simmons ain't got nothing but time on his hands because Lord knows he ain't playing basketball. So, that clock is dumb. The outfit's dumb. It reminds me of like a almost like a Dick Tracy type like a whodunit, I'm waiting on Ben Simmons to say, "It's elementary, my dear Watson. We'll solve this." Like, this is stupid. This whole thing's dumb. Are you ever going to play basketball again? Like, I mean, why are you even at the Met Gala? Like, who invited you? Why are you still popular? You don't play.
Facts.
It's too much. You could have been. There's plenty of players not playing in the playoffs right now that have plenty of time on their hands who are stylish. Invite them. I don't even think Ben deserved an invite to this damn thing. But the main thing here, the takeaway for me, Ountae, was seeing the clock. Because my man has nothing but time. And you might as well have that stupid-ass clock on that briefcase because you don't see a shot clock or a game clock anywhere in your present or your future.
Oh, man. Ben Simmons has taken a lot of L's over the past 3 or 4 years or so. This is not one of them, Trav.
Oh,
this is wicked. And look, I got to tell you, it's a rare W because I like just the fact that he's actually trying to do something here. We see so many men go to the Met Gala and they're wearing a regular black tux. Like, bro, it's played out. The Met Gala, it's the fashion epicenter. You're in New York. Like, you got to show out. And he did that with his fit. I love the ring. The ring is fire to match with that clock, by the way, Trav. I don't know why you're hating on the clock briefcase. It fits the theme. Also, it reminds me a little bit of a book that I used to read when I was a kid.
Clue? That's what he looks like. Clue. The Butler did it. Is that the book?
No, Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
man.
my God.
But, like, you know, one of these, like, new Disney versions that are kind of terrible. But this looks cool. You know what I mean?
Like the live action
The live action Johns that look terrible. Yeah, but this one's cooler. So I'm going 9.1 on this one.
What?
Yeah. This is really high for me. But this is wicked. All right. We're going to switch it over to Dwayne Wade now. And his beautiful wife, Gabrielle Union, of course. What do you think of their outfits from the Met Gala?
Gosh, it feels so refreshing to go wicked on this segment because all I do is kick the hell out of all these damn outfits. I love everything happening here.
Yep.
Let's start with Gabby, who always looks great. This is giving me like Little Mermaid vibes here. I can dig it. I know it's with the theme and all that. I think she looks stunning as always. But usually, you know, I'm hating on D Wade's style. It's a little loud for me, a little flashy for me.
Yeah.
This is perfect. I love this color. I love it's even though the color's kind of sort of loud, it's an understated loud, right? Like it's, you know, it's not hot pink or polka dots or something crazy. You know, it's very classy. I feel like it's classy. And I also think, you know, because it's not so loud and flashy, it doesn't feel like he's trying to upstage her.
Yeah.
This feels very complimentary to what she has on, and you put them together. Now, if you just showed me them separate, I would go wicked for both individually. You put them together, this is an all-time wicked for me, and it feels good because usually I enjoy hating. And, you know, quite frankly, it feels why you ain't had to co-sign that, dog.
Yes.
You could have just let that breathe, you know, but this one feels good to just say they look fantastic. This is a wicked all day.
Yeah, I agree. Gabby looks great. Like you said, Little Mermaid vibes for sure with it. I have to tell you this quick story, all right? Because this was a trauma moment for me.
Oh.
Growing up,
do tell.
when I was a kid, my grandma used to make me wear, you know, the Easter Sunday suit, right? And me and my little brother, we would get matching suits. He would have one color. I would have the complementary color towards it, right? And one year she decided that she wanted us to wear lavender.
Oh.
And so my brother got the cream suit with lavender accents. My younger brother, he's fly and white. You know what I'm saying? Great suit.
Gangster.
My grandma decides to put me in all lavender. And I was like 10 years old. This was at the time where I was like, wearing purple is not cool, Grandma.
Wow.
And I was just like forever scarred.
Yeah.
From having to wear lavender. But growing up, D-Wade was one of my favorite players, and seeing him in this lavender suit makes me want to buy my own lavender suit now. And he's washing out all the trauma that I have from that ugly. It was ugly. It was one of those big, ugly church suits.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I can tell you were hurt by it, and I can. This is healing for you.
Yes.
I'm happy to be a part of this. But I could tell it was traumatic for you, and here's how. Because you are quick to, if you got a picture on me or a Photoshop or something, you quick to throw my ass in a wicket or kick it in a split screen or something. Well, Trev, what would you look like with it? But when it comes to you, you'll just tell the story. But there's no visual evidence. You didn't say, Trev, looking at this D Wade reminds me of 10-year-old me, my grandma, and then we get the picture of you while you tell the story. Yep. No. You're going to omit that, right? But if it was me, oh my God, you would have it plastered everywhere. It might as well be billboards all on 93, all over Boston. But for you, no, we just get the story. No photographic evidence. I see what's going on here. I see what's going on.
Yeah, that one's lost to time, just like Ben Simmons' clock outfit or whatever he had going on. But this one's wicked for me. I'll go 8.8 for the both of them. All right, let's switch it over to Tyrese Haliburton for our third installment. What do you think of this one, Trav?
What the hell is this? This ain't no damn Met Gala. Hey, look, dog. If this is Met Gala, this is a ghetto ass Met Gala.
Yep.
This clearly. I mean, I can tell from the background he's going into the game here.
Yep.
So he tried to give you. Let's take this full. There's a lot to break down here. So he tried to give you Met Gala with a suit coat.
Yep.
But.
Oh man, here you go, Trav. Here you go.
And he tried to give you Met Gala with the bag over there, but if you look at the rest of the fit, that's where you lose me.
Yeah.
Let's start from the bottom up. What's with the steel toe damn boots?
Like the Doc Martens?
What is going on here? Like. All right. What's going on, man? I look, it's a cuss word, so I'm not going to say it, but you call those S kickers. You call those S kickers right there. Like, what's going on with the steel toes? Mm-hmm. And then the basketball shorts? Like, dog, you're showing up to play a game. These aren't even your team colors. Why are you in the mesh East Bay clearance rack basketball shorts? What's going on there? And then the T-shirt, and I'm not sure. I mean, Greg, I don't know if you could get in tight. I feel as though he tucked in the T-shirt. Can we? Oh, thank you. Greg is fantastic with this, man, our esteemed director. Okay, now that I get a better look at this, Greg, he damn sure tucked in that shirt to them ugly-ass East Bay shorts. What is going on? Tyrese Haliburton, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
And then, by the way, proceeded to go out and give you 6 points. I can explain why. It's because of this outfit.
Yeah.
Bruh, this is a mess. I don't know what. I like Tyrese Haliburton. I don't know what happened here. Forget kick it. We're going deeper. This is tragic.
Oh my God.
This is a tragedy. This is a fashion faux pas.
Oh man, yeah, tragedy, just like you said.
Hey, dog, I swear to God, if you go wicked, you doing the rest of this by your damn self, and I'm going to find that 10-year-old picture of you too.
Oh my God,
you better not go wicked.
Trav, chill. Okay, this is definitely a kick it. All right, I don't have too much to say about this outfit. You described it too well. But look, all I can see when I see this fit is Rocky by day, art dealer by night. Like, what is he wearing, bro? I don't get it. Like, I like his fashion from time to time.
Time out. So he's a boxer during the day.
Yep.
And then at night on the side he sells art. That's what's in that fit.
That's what this fit is. Yes. 100%. 100%. I'm over it now. Let's just talk Pacers and Knicks. Can we just talk Pacers and Knicks?
Yeah, we can. Point? I mean, look, we don't need to look at that ugly outfit, but we could stay with him because I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I'm on the Pacers tonight, dog. Like, he can't be as bad. Yeah. I understand the Knicks' defense is real.
Yeah.
I understand Jalen Brunson is just doing whatever he wants offensively. But And he will continue to do that.
Yep.
Like, I hear people say this isn't sustainable what the Knicks are doing. My ass. This is what they've been doing all year. Jalen Brunson scores. Generally, someone else, probably from Villanova, helps him out. take your pick any given night of who it is. But, like, Brunson's done this all year, and then they play really great team defense.
Yeah.
They're a quintessential Tibbs. They're like the perfect Tibbs team, right?
Facts.
But I think that's sustainable. I don't think what we saw in game 1 from the Pacers, that's the outlier. Like, yeah, the defense is good for the Knicks. But, you know, I think you're going to get a lot more from Tyrese Haliburton. He's the type of player, he can't dress worth a damn, but, you know, he's going to want to come out tonight and just put that game 1 nonsense to bed. I think he has a big night. I'm on the Pacers money line here, Tay. I am. I think we're going to have a really good series. Hey, look, the Pacers are deep. They're deeper than the Knicks.
Yeah.
They're deep. They want to run. They got to figure out tempo. You can't play. I know I keep going back to this, but it's true. Like, the Knicks impose their will on you defensively.
Yeah.
You have to figure out a way, Pacers, to play your brand, at least for pockets in the game. I think Tyrese Haliburton has a big night. I'm probably, from a gambling standpoint, I'm going to be honest with you, Tay, Pacers money line I mentioned, and I'll probably hammer some player props on Haliburton for scoring because I just think he's going to come out more aggressive tonight. I like the Pacers here.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, he has to.
He had 6 points.
6 points is ridiculous. We talked about it. And like you said, this team, they just need to run.
Yeah.
The Knicks have only been playing 7 guys. Mitchell Robinson, obviously, we know he's now out for the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Right.
So now they only got 6 guys that they've really been playing.
They're
on a
even more
consistent
thin.
basis.
Yep.
You got to run this team down. Tyrese Haliburton, like I said in the last episode, it's a battle between you and Jalen Brunson. Are you going to be better than this dude? Because you guys are now forever going to be linked. This Pacers-Knicks thing, it's always kind of been kind of a rivalry.
Sure.
And now you're 2 young guards who are leading their team. Are you going to be better than this dude? It's time to stop being nice. I'm tired of seeing these crazy fits. Dude, lock in and show the world who you are and who we thought you were in December. Like, let's just do that, bro.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm still, what'd you say, dog? Rocky by day, art dealer by, yeah.
Facts.
You a wild dude. For all the latest on the Red Sox, check out 310 to Left. Check out the full episode on YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcast. Now, look, you do a great job producing this show. You do. I want to give you props.
Appreciate
that.
But
this next topic, what the hell is a Stratomatic? Like, tell me what the hell is going on with this. I am so confused by this. What's a Stratomatic?
So you know all these computer analytics stuff that they have going in before the year or during the year or whatever.
All right.
So this is just some computer that's been built to predict certain things. Series, games, who's going to win it all of those type of props, right?
Okay.
At the beginning of the season, before the season even started, they predicted that the Timberwolves and the Boston Celtics would meet up in the NBA Finals.
Okay.
And the Celtics would go on to win.
Okay.
So, do you think this is still going to stay the same, Trav? Is this prediction going to come true?
Well, as I was saying, the Stratomatic is brilliant. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
The Stratomatic is brilliant, and I knew it was a genius the second I saw this in the rundown for the program. Look, I have a buddy of mine that bet the Timberwolves before the season started to win the title.
Yep.
I want to say he got it at like 25-30 to 1, right?
He might be a rich man.
Well, he called me at the time, and he's like, because he knows I was all over Boston, as many were, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, bro, you're going to think I'm nuts. I didn't take the Nuggets. I didn't take the Celtics. I took the Timberwolves. And my response immediately was, I don't think you're nuts. I just think you have more faith than I do.
Yeah.
And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, bro, like the Timberwolves have the talent to get it done.
They do.
What I can't trust and bet on, this is before the season, Tay, is Anthony Edwards going to take the next step? Mm-hmm. Is he too young? Is he a true leader?
Right.
And can you count on Karl-Anthony Towns to be the second guy? I think he's proven he can't be the top dog on a championship team. He's already proven that. But I'm willing to get a look at him as the secondary option on a potential championship team. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So I can't say I can count on him. But if those things happen, they're talented enough to get it done. And my friend was kind of taken aback by it.
Yeah.
And I think it made him feel better.
Yeah.
But, I'm not shocked that the Stratomatic predicted this.
Yep.
I am shocked that all of these things that I said came to fruition. That's shocking to me. But I'll tell you what, I like the Celtics if that's the finals.
Yeah, I agree. I do like the Celtics.
Experience matters, right?
Yeah, 100%. I like what you said about Ant. I was questioning the same things. Is he going to mature?
Yeah.
And this dude just proved us wrong so quickly.
Right.
Like, he's like, yes, I'm a mature kid. I made some mistakes, but hey, I'm here to work.
Yeah.
I think once he ends up losing this series, if we actually get it,
sure,
it's going to be part of this Ant arc where he's going to go into the offseason.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to grind, and he's going to come back an even better player. And I know he hates the MJ comparisons, but, like, the Celtics are basically his Celtics, MJ's Celtics at this point. Like, stopping you from achieving that goal. He's going to have to get over that hump, beat the Celtics eventually in the future because we know this team is built to last.
Sure.
And eventually become the face of the league.
Yeah,
so
I think that's well said. Well said. And as I said it to start the show, both teams built in a similar way, right? Lottery picks, develop them, patience, retain them. And you see now, the return on the investment. All right, Tony Allen is getting his jersey retired from the Grizzlies.
Yep.
Listen, former Celtic, so I'm going to respect him here, okay? I mean, the Grizzlies are retiring your jersey. And you're Tony Allen.
Yep.
I think that says it all. What has he won? What have they won?
Yeah.
He was a tremendous defensive player. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that, right? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Throw a party for Tony Allen at my house? For what? What have you done? Nothing, ever. You've played some solid defense. If anything, it shows you the sad state of affairs for the Grizzlies franchise.
Oh, man. Can I just tell you two quick things that I loved about Tony Allen? First, Kobe said that he was the hardest defender for him
I
to
said
get
he's a
against.
great defender.
I love that because, Mamba is the, LA GOAT at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love that he got that credit from Kobe. Also, what was my favorite moment from him?
Oh, God. You have a favorite moment?
Yes. When he stripped Klay in that playoff game when he was with Memphis and he's laying on the floor and they're going in transition and he's just yelling, "First team all defense. First team all defense."
No one remembers that moment, even Tony Allen's family. Moving on.
Oh, my gosh.
A real defender. Rudy Gobert wins his 4th Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yep.
You were trying to tell me, you saw on Twitter, that people are comparing this guy because now he's won 4, just like Dikembe and Ben Wallace, that people are trying to say, like, Rudy Gobert, you'd much rather have him as a defender. My ass. I would take Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace over him every single time, bro. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Are you selling me you take Rudy Gobert over them too?
No, but I want to see what your ranking is. Rank them from 1 to 3 for me real quick.
Oh, Dikembe 1, Ben 2, Rudy Gobert 13.
You're going to call me crazy for this, but this is how I truly feel, okay? If I have these three guys as my options to defend the rim, protect the paint, I need guys who are scary. And you know who's the scariest of these guys? Ben Wallace.
Fine.
You know how good you have to be on the defensive end to get top 10 in MVP votes 3 times while averaging 8 points a game. Travis.
No beef.
He's
no problem.
1.
Yes.
Rudy is 2, and then I'm taking Mutombo 3rd. Yeah, that's how I feel.
You know what I got to say to that? No. You are crazy, bro. Between the Tony Allen quotes and memories and now this.
It's all about intimidation, Trav. I can't have him back there getting a block and then laughing. I need somebody who's scary, and he's not scary.
Thank God you butchered Tyrese Haliburton's outfit, because if you had – listen, bro, if you had gone wicked for that, we'd really have a serious issue now. Right now is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Hey, look, let's pay homage. There's some NBA players, man, who have made a real impact. Jeremy Lin comes to mind. We remember that incredible run he had with the Knicks. Who can ever forget Linsanity?
Yep.
And also, a player I covered the draft when the Wizards drafted him and Rui Hachimura, and everyone, oh, why are you taking Rui Hachimura? There's Cam Reddish on the board. Now, in hindsight, we're like, please, Rui was the right pick.
Yeah.
But I remember there was an international vibe to it where it was like the Wizards knew, like, his following in Japan was so big. He was like Jordan over there. Mm-hmm. And we see the league more, international than it's ever been. Yeah. So that was cool. And getting a chance to cover Rui, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Those two players come to mind for me. So I just wanted to, pay homage to all those players there.
Yeah, I want to pay homage to Jordan Clarkson really quick.
Yeah.
I remember I was in L.A. during the time that he was drafted by the Lakers in the 2014 draft, and those Lakers teams were terrible. And I feel like at the time I pretty much only watched to see Jordan Clarkson score the ball. But also, shout out to him. He's from the Philippines, or he has Filipino heritage inside of him. He averaged 24, 7, and 6
That's right.
in FIBA.
That's right.
Last summer. That was so fun to watch him play for the Philippines. Like, he had the braids and the headband. I almost had some braids in the headband, too, because of the way he was just killing dudes. So, shout out to Jordan Clarkson. And shout out to all the Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders that we have in our Hold My Banner family.
No doubt. To hear more about how Nesson is celebrating AAPI Heritage Month, visit Nesson.com/AAPI Heritage. Ountae, I think, listen, there were a couple times I went at you today.
Yeah.
There were a couple times you, hey,
More
bro,
than a couple.
you threw me for a loop a few times, Ountae.
Yeah.
But I think overall, you rallied there. At the end, you rallied with the Jordan Clarkson stuff. You rallied because you were losing me more than a few times in this episode. But you rallied, and we got it together, brother. I always appreciate your contributions. You know this.
Yeah, and I appreciate you too, Trav. It's only fun if we don't agree. You know what I mean? It's not fun if we come up here and agree about everything.
I know. Although I will say, you know how immature I am? When you were talking about Jordan Clarkson's braids, all I could hear in my head was Kendrick saying, "What is it, the braids?
What is it, the braids?" Facts.
I'm immature. I don't know, Ountae. I'm sorry. Hey, I'll say this as we say goodbye to you. You're going to agree with me on my closing thoughts today. I know you don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
You're going to agree with me on my closing thoughts. So make sure you hang around for that. But we'll see you next episode. And thank you for all you do always, my friend.
Appreciate you.
Tell you what, Ountae had me worried there, man. The Rudy Gobert stuff. Oh, my God. He liked Ben Simmons' outfit from the Met Gala. I don't know what was going on there. But I want to end here by giving kudos to the Indy Star, the paper, for suspending that reporter, Greg Doyle, from covering Caitlin Clark and the Fever in person this season. He's still, I believe, going to watch the games from home and write about it, but he can't go in person to the games. And I actually think it was a right move. We'll react to it on the other side because I want to refresh your memory in case you forgot a few weeks back when this guy at Caitlin Clark's introductory press conference got all creepy and whatnot. Take a listen.
Hi, Caitlin. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me and we'll be able to get along just fine. So, question is.
Listen, this was the right move. You just can't have this guy around. And I think it's twofold. Number one, you have to send the message that this is unacceptable, right? So you can't have him around because then it just sends a message to anyone else who could be a creepazoid that this is okay to do, and it's not. It's not okay behavior. The other side of this is if you let this guy around again, he could easily do this again. Remember, when this first came out and this first happened and the reaction, he was like, what did I do? This is how I talk to everyone. Okay, that's a problem, bro. So they had to get him up out of there. I'm not perfect here. I'm on no high horse. But let this be a lesson to all of us idiot men here. Just don't be creepy, bro. It's really kind of simple. For all of our best content of the day, make sure you follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. For Travis Thomas and Ountae Campbell, hold my banner till we hold it again. Peace.